Submission Radio here with Jake Matthews, ahead of UFC 221, brought to you by Engage Combat Fightwear. Jake, great to have you here. It's exciting times, media day, pay-per-view. Tell us, how does it feel to be in the position that you're in on this main card?
It's a big honour. I mean, not only to be on the main card of any UFC event is a big deal. To be on a main event, a numbered card, and to be on the main event of another inaugural event in Australia.
I'm sweating. I dropped that, bro.
I was a headline prelim in Eddie had, and that was a huge deal for me. That was the biggest fight ever. So this is even bigger again.
I remember speaking to you a while ago, I think when you were first 19, making your debut, a young guy. We were blown away when we walked away by just how mature you were, and you had this unshakable confidence. You talked about how losing is not an option, that's never going to happen, things like that. You've had obviously ups and downs in career, you've had a division change. Would you say that's still sort of your mindset, or would you say that's sort of the old Jake Matthews that had that mindset and you're a little bit different now?
Definitely not. Losing is definitely not an option. I mean, everyone does lose. It's the UFC, anything can happen. It only takes one punch or one mistake and you're in a bad position. But the mindset's still the same. You never go into a fight expecting I'm going to lose this fight. I'm going to win this fight 100%. And that hasn't changed. The only thing that's changed, this fight camp made it a bit more, not so much lighthearted, but a bit more enjoyable. I mean, it was over Christmas break, so I think that helped create that atmosphere. Every now and then you go away for a day trip or you go away for a night, go to the beach more often, rather than just training, being in the gym all day, back home, back in the gym. So it was more enjoyable. We mixed it up. We went outside of our regular training group, found some other training partners, some really good kickboxers, some really good boxers, and you're sparring with the same people all the time, same gym. It's a bit monotonous, so it's good to mix it up, and I want to take that enjoyment into the fight, and with the mission of not only winning but having fun this time.
And of course, being a welterweight now as opposed to a lightweight, you can actually enjoy Christmas, you can enjoy New Year's,
bread rolls
and stuff. Bread rolls, we know. Yeah, it's been a while since we brought you some bread rolls to grab onto. But I was going to say, in terms of welterweight, how are you going with putting on muscle and sort of balancing that and still making it an easy weight cut without getting too big?
Yeah, I mean, when I say I pull up, I mean I got a kilo overweight my normal walk around weight, so it's about 87 kilos, so it's still about a 10 kilo cut, but it's a big difference cutting 10 kilos to welterweight and 10 kilos to lightweight.
So for all the American fans, that's what, 22 pounds?
It's about 184, 185, actually it's probably more, it's probably close to 190 pounds, and then cutting down to 170, so it's about 20 pounds. Much easier, like you said, being able to eat Christmas and enjoy it, and I don't have the days the bread rolls are bad anymore, so I'm able to eat bread during fight week, so we're still having full, relatively full meals, just without the snacks in between, still getting full training sessions out, and gives that confidence that I can take all that energy into the fight rather than being lethargic.
You made your welterweight debut obviously in Sydney, and you had a very close performance. Tell us, now that some time has passed, how do you feel about that performance? And also, what kind of changes are you making now getting ready for this fight?
Yeah, I mean, I think anyone can understand. I didn't fight for 12 months. I had a major hip surgery, so I didn't train for 5 months. I think I was only back in training about 3.5 months before that fight. Lost 2 fights previous, so that was a must-win. And when you put it in the way that this is our job, we don't come here and do it for fun. It's our job. It's how I put food on my family's table. It's how I support myself. Just because people want to see big knockouts doesn't mean I'm going to go out there and risk losing a fight, losing my job for that. I'm going to go out there and do whatever it takes to win that fight. Obviously now I'm in a position where win or lose, I'm still going to be here. So this fight, all the pressures, all the weight of the world's off my shoulders at the moment, and I feel like I can just go out there and finally do what I actually want to do. And like I said, bring more enjoyment, more fun into it, than rather than making it all about not losing, make it about winning and enjoying it.
I wonder if they'll sort of mean, I guess everybody will see what Jake Matthews is really about in this fight, because he'll be a little bit more relaxed. And also I'm wondering, what do you think of your opponent, Li Jingliang, and I guess the style that he brings and how you match up with him?
Yeah, Lee's a very tough opponent. We've both fought a mutual fighter. We're actually fighting in the card, Luke Jamo, so we both fought him back in the day. So when I researched Luke, I actually saw their fight and watched their fight, and I thought, he's a tough guy. And yeah, I've followed him ever since, and I know he's been on a bit of a tear lately. He's got a couple of Fight of the Night bonuses, so that means he's got resolve. He can push through the entire fight at a high pace. So he's obviously fit. He can push. He's been in some bad positions, fought his way out, won the fights. I've won a Fight of the Night. I've been pretty much knocked out with a head kick and fought my way back and won the fight as well. So I think we both have that resolve. It's just going to be whoever wants it more in the night, and I can guarantee I want it more.
And I think with Lee as well, a lot of people kind of underestimate him in some of the fights. They do get knocked out by his right hand and sort of scrambly positions. He likes to kind of draw you in and get into a bit of a punching battle, a bit of a brawl for all. When you go up against a guy like that, is it going to be hard for you to sort of stay composed and stay on your game plan and not get drawn in? Because sometimes a lot of fighters, it seems like in previous fights, do get drawn in, and that's sort of become their downfall.
Not at all. Without giving too much away, I mean, his style.
Tell us your whole game plan.
Yeah.
He won't watch this.
I'm sure not. You know, his style sort of fits me better. The fighters that sort of push forward and put a lot of pressure, that's where I sort of, you know, lose a bit of my game plan and start just swinging wildly. But he sort of sits back and he'll move forward. If you make a movement, he'll just move back out. He won't just stand there and try to wail unless he gets back into a corner. But yeah, I think it's going to be a stylistically a good matchup for myself. Suits my style a lot. I'll have a bit more space to work rather than someone pushing in. There's always a possibility that he might try and take me down. Especially I'm going to try and throw with all my power, and if he feels some power, he might try and take me down. But I'm expecting him to want to stand up for the majority of the fight. But anything can happen.
Well, it's going to be an exciting time here in Perth this weekend. Also, Jake Matthews has some cool shoes on. I don't know if we can pan down to them. Have a look at these bad boys. Look like they're straight out of Terminator 2. Very nice. Get the buckle on the other side there.
If I twist it the right way, a little blade comes out of the.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. So he's a Kingsman, everybody. We look forward to seeing your fight, Jake, and thank you for your time.
Much, guys. Cheers.